concrete walls. There's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know a place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Livestream. I'm so glad you're here with me on a Monday night to talk about sometimes it seems like whatever I feel like talking about, but nominally FPV. Welcome, everybody. Woo, here we are. What's the song name? It is Velveteen. Do you wanna follow? It's the song. Velveteen. Thanks, Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is where I get most of my music. $15 a month. You can use as many songs as you want and not get copy strikes. Welcome everybody to Livestream. You guys are going to ask questions. I'm going to answer questions. We're going to have a good time. I hope we're going to have a good time. I hope you have a good time. I don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Is it? Wow. Yeah, no, it's time to look at that. Look. I get my calipers out. You can see how it's definitely time to cut my hair. Huh. Now, is it me? It must just be a trick of the light. It sure looks like the hair is thinner here on top than it is on the sides. That's just got to be a trick of the camera, you know? I don't know. That's weird. I haven't grown my hair out in a while. I'm sure if I grew it out there, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh. Here's what's going on. What's going on? You guys here in the chat, you can ask questions. I'm going to answer your questions. I use Photoshop for my thumbnails, Jonah. See, just like that. Just like that. I use Photoshop. I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be answering questions from these beautiful people here over here in the Discord. Oh, you know I got to do that. These guys are my patrons. And without them, I would have to get a real job. So please don't make that. Don't. What's it going to take? Keep it up, patrons. Keep it up. And if you guys don't want to be a patron, that's okay. I don't mind. You still want me to read your message? Want to make sure I get to your message because I read messages from everywhere. Like this one, B7 FPV. Is there a way to bring up Betaflight OSD with a switch instead of stick positions? Nope. No, there is not. See how easy that was? Do you think it's possible to do real estate videography with analog? No, it looks like shit. No one wants to see that. Rohan Bell. No one. It would be unethical of you to charge people money for analog video, real estate. I mean, if you're doing like pipe inspection, analog is probably fine. But for real estate, you have to have high def. Sorry. See, that's how it goes. But now I'm going to start ignoring the chat for a minute while I do other things. And if you want to make sure I get your message, hit the $, leave a super chat, throw a couple bucks at me. You know, that kind of thing. Pine FPV, yeah, of course. If you're flying analog so that you can get GoPro shots of real estate, that's obviously fine. If you're selling the analog video, Rohan Bell, I assumed what you meant was, is it possible to sell the analog video? If I was wrong about that, then I take it back. If you mean, can I fly analog but deliver GoPro HD? That's fine. Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yep, there you go. 661 FPV, that's a very good point. Is there a way? I assume he meant the Betaflight OSD menu with a stick movement. That's what I assume he meant. Live sound on the DJI Air unit? No. Never going to happen. We've been asking forever. I wouldn't hold my breath. Oh. Any hope on video card prices coming down soon? Anna and Omas wants to know. Yeah. Video card prices, I've heard that they've come way down. I've been hearing, I haven't looked, but I've been hearing that many video cards are close to or below retail. So, Anna and Omas, apparently you're out of touch. They've come down. They've come way down. The cryptocurrency apocalypse has brought them down a little bit. Why not program stick positions to a switch? Furry Taco asks. Yes, Furry Taco, you could do that, but you better be careful because if you program pitch forward and yaw left on a switch, then you hit that switch while you're flying, you're going to have a bad time. So, yeah. There you go. Alrighty. Well, I'm looking forward to going to Portland this coming weekend. As a reminder, there will be no live stream this weekend, Sunday and Monday. News will be as normal on Tuesday, but no live stream this coming weekend because I'm going to be in Portland visiting and shooting Rotor Riot episodes. That's people say, why are you a member of Rotor Riot? What do you get out of it? You know, what gets you up in the morning? And I got to say, I mean, the exposure is nice. I'm joking. I got to say, you know, I have a good time on the trips. I like hanging out. It's almost like a vacation, but since it's technically work, I'm physically incapable of taking a vacation. Apparently someone has to drag me away. And so the Rotor Riot episode is like a nice vacation. I just got the list of the places we're going to be flying. They sent some videos that had been shot at these locations beforehand, and I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, looking forward to going out there and meeting those guys and hanging out with them. So hopefully come back with some good content. I agree. Gregory Hurst, the FPV version of the game is Simon. So if you guys didn't see today's Rotor Riot episode, what they did was, you remember the game Simon where it would play notes and you had to repeat the notes and remember the sequence of notes? Well, they did that with FPV tricks where you would, one person would do a trick and the next person would do that trick plus one more trick. And the next person would do those two tricks plus one more trick. And if you failed to do the trick, or if you forgot and did it in the wrong order, then you got knocked out. And to me, it was so much more entertaining than Game of Quad. Game of Quad is so tedious to watch. I guess it's kind of fun to play, but I'm not even sure it's that much fun to play. But we've done Rotor Riot episodes where people played Game of Quad. You know, Game of Quad is kind of like Game of Horse, if you're familiar with that, in basketball. It's just so tedious to set the tricks. And this was, each time somebody got up and flew, they did a little freestyle rip and then did another trick. And it was really nice. It was really nice. And then in the end, there was a cool freestyle line. So I am putting it out there in the world. FPV game of Simon, way better than FPV game of Quad. Let me just throw it out there. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Or game of Skate. It was a one that, yeah. So, we got a super chat here from Sal. I'll go ahead and read this super chat, even though it's not 8:30 yet. Usually I wait a lot longer before I read a super chat, but let me get this one out of the way real quick. Sal, thank you for a $10 super chat. Appreciate your donation. Any news about the DJI Avata? Nope, no news. Thinking to get a 2.5-inch Cinewhoop, but might wait for Avata since I already own the DJI goggles. I think if you think that of the leaked information about the Avata means it might be for you, then it's probably worth waiting. If history is any guide, the Avata is going to be heavier than a traditional 2.5-inch Cinewhoop and not as nimble or agile, but have amazing autonomous flight, position hold, and so forth. And so it should be interesting. No news, though. Anthony DiStefano, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. Hello. Hang on. I smacked my Baby Hawk 2 HD onto concrete pretty hard. The battery went flying. Everything looks fine, but no beeps at all when I plug in. Ouch. Oh, man, Anthony. RIP, man. No beeps at all means the ESC is dead. It sounds like you just killed the main board. Now, you could have broken the power trace or broken the power wire, right? It could just be that the board isn't getting power. But bottom line is, it sounds like you killed it. And on a quad with an integrated flight controller and ESC like the Baby Hawk 2, unless you can find like a battery lead that ripped off, you're probably going to be replacing the main board. I'm sorry to say. You could try reflowing it. DJ Spinigi. DJ has a good idea. I mean, if it's already dead anyway, put it in the oven and heat it up. And then what you do is you heat it up to a heat hot enough to flow the solder. Then you turn the heat off and you let it cool. And don't touch it while it's liquid. If you look for toaster oven reflow, you'll find people talking about how to do it. But basically, you just put it in the oven and you heat it up as, I don't know, what temperature does solder flow? It's like 600 Fahrenheit. How do you do that? 450 and 550 C. 840 flowing and wetting solder. That's not right. It's like 400 C. That's weird because an oven shouldn't get hot enough to flow solder, but I know this works sometimes. Max temp of 450 or better. Max temp. Yeah. You don't want to hack it, though. You really don't need to hack it unless you want a better control of the temperature. It sounds like 450. I think you want to put your toaster oven on, like, the max temp. Your oven. Like 450 to 500 Fahrenheit. And then just let it sit there. And cross your fingers. 200? I don't know. It seems like 450 to 500 is pretty hot. Won't components fall off the bottom of the board in an oven? Oh, good point. Wesley Vardy says 230 Celsius. Let's just convert that to freedom units. 450, yeah. So 450 Celsius, or 450 Fahrenheit should be fine. I don't know about stuff falling off the other side. I guess the solder sticks. If they're on the underside, I guess the solder will probably hold them in place. You could melt the plastic connectors. I don't know. The thing is, all of that stuff went through the soldering process to begin with, so it should be temperature resistant, I would think. People are saying that the surface tension of the solder holds the stuff on the bottom. But here's the thing. You can't even breathe on it while the solder is liquid. Or some little tiny 2mm capacitor somewhere is just ding, it's going to go flying, okay? Wesley says aluminum foil on a baking pan. It's a good thing to do. Anyway, the thing is, if the board is dead anyway, stick it in the oven. Heat it up for like 20 minutes at 450 and then let it cool down and see if it works again. Sometimes it does. There you go. And then, by the way, it'll break again. The reflow is never, it always breaks again. So that's the other reason I think it's probably not that worthwhile. So. Good question. Bee's Knees, thank you for a $10 super chat. Thank you, says Bee's Knees, for all the knowledge and help. I have your older Xylo build. Oh, God, I can't read this. I have your older Xylo build. It's been 7 months of nonstop troubleshooting, resoldering everything multiple times, 3 flight controllers replaced. They have RPM filtering issues every couple of flights. It resets midair into a death roll. Have tried multiple Betaflight versions and settings, been replacing motors, arms, VTXs, cameras, etc. At what point do you just can the whole thing and start over? I've lost any hope. Yep, I would can the whole thing and start over. I don't know why it's not working for you. I mean, I don't want to be flippant. I don't want to sound flippant. What you're going through is not okay. Here's my thing. When somebody has been struggling, let me give you an analogy. Let's say you buy a car, okay? And after a few months of owning the car, it's been nothing but trouble. And every time you take it in, the dealer fixes it, and then you take it back, and then it breaks again, or something goes wrong. At that point, it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, like, from a legal perspective, it matters whose fault it is, right? Because if the car is defective, then, you know, you're owed your money back, etc. But from a sort of a separate perspective, if you've got this thing and it keeps not working and not working and not working and not working, then eventually you just need to stop beating your head against the wall and do something else. And I don't know why these flight controllers are giving you trouble. Like, I could tell you that the Xylo Stax flight controller in general doesn't have like huge QC issues. Like, I keep in touch with Get FPV. Get FPV's Lumineer is the manufacturer. I keep in touch with them, and because obviously my name is on the kit too. And you know, I keep, you know, how is it going? What is the return rate? What kind of defects are you seeing? And you know, I assume that they're giving me accurate and correct information. That they're not just like going, "Oh yeah, everything's fine." And so I don't think that there is a wide problem with those flight controllers. But if you've gone through 3 of them, I kind of don't care whether you're the unluckiest person in the world or whether there's something about the way you're building them that is causing them to have problems. I kind of don't care. I just think you need to do something else. Try anything else with my blessing. Now, from a legal perspective, if they were defective, then you owed your money back. That's sort of between you and Get FPV. I don't know the answer to that. But I don't know why you've gone through this many of them. I know if you can't get this working, though, it's time to try something else. That's my opinion. I mean, 7 months of troubleshooting and you haven't got this quad to be right. Just stop and do something else. Buy a bind and fly, etc. That's my opinion. And I would say that whether it's my kit or whether it's somebody else's. If you buy 3 of the best ESC in the world and they all die on you, I don't care that every other racer says it's the best ESC in the world. I wouldn't want to buy that ESC again. So. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Beesney. Sorry you're having so much trouble with the Xylo kit. JDesi24, thanks for a $5 super chat. Is there a difference between throttle scaling and throttle limits? Yes, there is. Throttle scaling scales the whole throttle down, but a throttle limit just cuts off the top % of the throttle. So the hover point stays the same with the throttle limit. A cut. That's the difference between them, if that makes sense. Noah Wika asks, my FreeSky Archer M Plus doesn't turn on until 2 to 3 minutes after the battery's connected. It gets 5 volts, but it doesn't come on immediately. Is this a firmware issue, or did I solder something wrong? No, it should power up instantly. So, yeah, something's wrong with the... It's not a firmware issue. No, I don't think that's the case. There you go. Yeah, Bees Knees, I don't want to point the finger at you and say you're screwing it up, man. I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that. I guess what I'm saying is something isn't going right and we just need to shake it up. You know what I mean? We just need to shake it up. I don't know exactly what's going wrong. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you guys remember the other day, I downloaded the TRYP FPV simulator. This is a FPV simulator that stands out because it has the ability to chase vehicles and skydivers. I downloaded it, but it didn't finish. It didn't finish in time for me to actually play it. I kind of wanted to play it. People keep messaging me. I wouldn't just take time out of a live stream because I want to play a video game. I would never do that. But people keep asking me, hey, will you try this out? So I thought I would take a few minutes to try it here on stream. And yeah, let's get my USB joystick going. This is a new simulator. And let's just see what we got going on here. Oh, well, We're gonna do some first time setup. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I'll take a couple more questions while we wait for the Microsoft VC Redist package to get installed. Oh. Let's see here. Why USB? Why not just use ExpressLRS Bluetooth? Well, my preferred radio for simulator is the TBS Tango. That's what I usually use when I play sim, and it doesn't have ExpressLRS in it. Also, I assume ExpressLRS Bluetooth has worse latency than USB. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I assume that's the case. I started practicing on liftoffs this weekend, but I have a PS4 controller. Is it okay? Razvan Fodor. It's okay, but it's not good. Okay, does that make sense? It's not good. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's too loud. There we go. Sorry about that. Well, I'm impressed with the audio. Okay. Oh, I should probably hit a button. All right. Is Xbox controller in a simulator more touchy than a real drug? Yes. Yes, it's so much touchier. That's why you should be using a real controller. Okay. Please follow and move your left vertical axis. Okay, got it. Left horizontal axis. Got it. Right vertical. I like this. This is very nice. Right horizontal. Got it. Set your rates. According to your familiar rates, you can go, okay. Calibrate your controller. Move your axis to the min and the max. Okay. Have I done it? Confirm. Okay. Move axis one by one. No. Okay, so axis 0, I have to invert. Got it. That's correct. Yeah, axis 2, invert. I always judge a simulator heavily by how good their controller setup wizard is. I have to say, this is not bad. All good. Yep, mode 2, fine. The only mode anyone should ever fly. If you're new, no, okay, got it. Don't show it again. Got some music here. Got some clip art here. Some stock photography. Let's check the rates real quick. Rates. 533 that's fine. That's respect for the 533. All right, here we go. Trip mode. Go fly. Let's try this out. Yeah, if you're trying to learn to fly with an Xbox controller, you're making your life way more difficult than it needs to be. If that's all you've got, then so be it. But you really should have a real... It's going to be way better with a real controller. Let's see. T, C, M. Okay, got it, I guess. Can I chase a... Oh, good. Can I chase something now? Why am I only getting 40 FPS? 60 FPS? Hang on. Settings. Video settings. Frame rate limitation. Unlimited VSync off. Detect recommended settings. Overall quality. Yeah, okay, great. Can I see my... Give me all dynamic resolution. Sure, turn that on. Give me all of the frame rate. I want all the frame rate. I want the frames. 86 FPS. That's acceptable. Little stutter there. Yikes. Where's the skydiver? How do I chase the skydiver? Switch to medium. Yeah, that's a good point. Video settings, overall quality, high, medium. How many frames do I get now? Oh, there we go. 117, 130. I have a 3070. I should be doing okay. Well, that's what would have happened in real life. Well, okay. How do I go back? Yeah. How do I? Let's try just. I'm not going to do this for the. We're not going to do this for the whole stream, but people have been asking about it, so I wanted to check it out. No, I don't want to. Oh. Can add skydivers and stuff from the map. Let's see. Oh yeah, it might be because I'm streaming. That's a good point. Let me look at my stats here. Oh, it's windowless. Got it. How do I... Acro mode, H key to start stop. What do I hit to M for map load scenarios? Oh, bike jumpers. Oh, yes. Motocross. Yes. Go position. Oh. Oh, that sound's got me. Okay, hey, come back. Come back, sir. Sir, come back. Sir, come back. Oh, this is what happens in real life. Oh, that's pretty realistic. You go too fast and you overshoot. Oh, yeah, no, this is exactly what chasing is like in real life. Yep. Come back, sir. Sir, if you don't mind. I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, no, this is extremely realistic. Yep, this is exactly what it's like in real life. Oh, where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh. He disappeared. He disappeared. Hang on a second. Let me make sure the stream is looking good. Stream is looking good to me. So do I need to just hit M again and restart the scenario? E restarts the scenario. That was kind of quick. That was kind of quick. Let me just... Speed motocross, rally quarry. Okay, I can see an example of it. Here's a rally car. I wish it was a loop. I wish it was a loop. Uh-huh. Which way is he going? Which way is he going? I'm getting some stuttering. Yep, that's exactly how it goes in real life. So far, this simulator is extremely realistic. Can I restart the scenario? I hit E. E, restart scenario. No, that didn't work. That's exactly how it is. E restarts the active play with R and E to get your perfect line. So if I hit R, does it... Okay, I don't want that one. Rally quarry. Oh, I can have more than one going at a time. Interesting. So I think I might need more up tilt. Oh, I passed him. I think I need more up tilt. I think I'm not going fast enough. So reset. I don't know. Why's my HUD gone? Oh, that's a lot more up tilt. There we go. So he slows down for this turn. Let's let him catch up with us. Where are you? Where are you, sir? He's gonna... I'm winning. I'm winning the race. I'm not doing a good job keeping you in frame, but I am winning the race. Where are we going? Where are we going, sir? Sir, where are you? Oh, there you are. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I gotta learn the line. It would be great if this was a loop. Oh, he's leaving me. He's leaving me. Oh, hey, why would you do that? Okay. Alright, where's the skydiver? That's the last thing I want to try, then we'll go back to the live stream. Which one has the skydiver? Can I, let's see, trip mode, select map. Let's see, there's, oh yeah, here we go. Alpine ride. Go fly. It feels fine. The physics feel fine. I don't find, I'm not, it's not like taking me out of it with how bad it is. So now M for map, is that right? M? No? Ooh, hang on a second. Oh. Oh, this is all right. Oh, this is okay. Why has no simulator done this before? I kind of wish I had a little better graphics now. This is oh. The pop-in is a little distracting, but I think the massive level is not great for my graphics card. I'm getting 48 FPS on medium graphics. This is... Wow, this is fun. Okay. This is fun. And no batteries dying on you either. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Up to the top. Up to the top. Okay, drop in. Here we go. Drop in. And... I don't know where my HUD went. Oh, yeah. It's an Intel, okay, why is the map key not working? None of the keys are working. M. R reset works. Can I move the cursor? M. No. Escape also isn't working. I think I found a bug. Oh, there we go. Okay, M for minimap. Oh, there we go. Now the HUD came back. Okay, got it. Let's see. Wingsuit follower. Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. What are we doing? Oh, where's the wingsuit? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, come back, sir. Sir, where are you going? This is... Okay, that was a complete... All right, I flubbed that one. Okay, sorry. Can you go back up and do it again? Reset. Oh, he's fast. Okay. Wow. I can only assume this is accurate for what a wingsuit is like. He gets going fast, and then I just completely lose him. Oh, take that. Sorry, sir. Oh my god, I need way more throttle. Okay, I need way more up tilt to keep up with him. Let's go up to like 65 degrees. Bye. That's full throttle. I'm not, he's losing me at full throttle. I can't, okay. All right, that's not working. Bye. Okay. What about what else we got? Wingsuit follower. What's the difference there? Wingsuit. Can you go slower, please? Okay, two. Okay, one more. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, shit. Bye. I really thought this would be easier. Need a faster quad. Yeah, I think you're right. All right. Well, that's... I'm like I said, I'm not going to spend the whole live stream screwing off with that simulator, but I did want to take a second and try it out. Because people were asking about it. That's interesting. Enable both of the wingsuit ones. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I'm just too slow. Yeah, I got to get a faster quad for that. That's really something. The physics felt fine. Like I don't find simulator physics to ever be like excellent. Some are better than others. But I didn't think the physics were. I didn't have any complaints about the physics. It is. I think it's like $10. I think it's 10 or $11. How's the physics compared? It's TRYP. TRYP is here. I'll put up the Steam page so you guys can check it out. TRYP is the simulator. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Interesting. What CPU am I running? My CPU is Intel for sure. It is an Intel. I think it's an i7. Yeah, i7 8086K, 4 gigahertz. Yeah. And the graphics card is an RTX 3080. Oh, wow. Did I say 3070? 3080. My bad. So, I mean, I don't know why I can't get all the frames on that thing. I feel like the frame rates I'm getting are not as much as they should be, but what, you know. I blame that. I don't blame my computer. I blame the game. Because otherwise, yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me while we check that out. And it's a cool sim, and you guys should, you know, just check it out. It could be because I'm streaming. You're right. It could be because I'm streaming streaming at the same time. In fact, I wonder if if OBS is using my graphics card. That's probably what it is. That's a good point. My nope. No, see, I did this on purpose. My GPU is currently running at 17%. I do all my streaming off my CPU so that if I stream a game, the game can have the graphics card. Anyway. Alrighty, let's go back to Q&A. The game is probably maybe CPU bound. That's a good point. Simulators are often CPU bound. That's a really good point. Cameron Dasso, thank you for a $20 super chat. Just wanted to thank you for all the years you've been helping me learn this hobby. I've been watching you since the video with the ammo can and a 50-watt charger. Simpler times. You're damn tootin'. Those were simpler times. Fat Shark Diversity modules came out this morning, and as expected, there's been a huge flurry of interest and lots of comments. And I haven't. Look at that handsome guy. To respond to the comments as I'd like because I've been out this morning doing something else. God forbid. And but I see some of you guys who are saying such and such a module was way better. I've made my decision. And I. This is just a talking video. Just a talking video. Yeah. I should shave my beard. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh. You sure that it's using not the integrated graphics? I don't. Does my computer even have integrated graphics? I guess it probably does. 2016. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that was the year I got roped into coaching my kids' soccer league. I don't know shit about coaching youth sports, and I never played youth sports, and I don't know shit about soccer. But my kid was in a youth soccer league, and my wife came to me and she said, "Well, they don't have a coach for his team, and they're asking parents to volunteer." And I was like, "Well, you know, okay." And I said I emailed all the parents. They were like, "Okay, well, here's your team," and I was like, "Oh, that you just get a soccer team, all right." And I emailed all the parents, and I was like, "Hey guys, I just want you to know," because I know some parents take youth sports really seriously. And I emailed them and I said, "Hi, I'm going to be your kid's coach this year, and I don't know anything about soccer, and I don't know anything about coaching, but apparently, if I hadn't done it, there wouldn't be there wouldn't. So you know, if y'all want to help, if y'all have any tips, You just let me know, and I'm just going to be I literally just the day before the first practice, I went and I looked on YouTube, and I was like, youth soccer drills. I was like, okay. I mean, they were 6 years old. It wasn't, I mean, some of them, it was a big deal, but, and I coached a soccer team that whole damn year. And at the end of the season, I was like, I'm never doing this again. It was fine. I did my best. I don't have any pretenses that I did a good job. And it was excruciating. It was excruciating. So. But I stepped up, and somewhere I'll get credit for that karmically. Anyway, there you go. John Rosner says your computer probably doesn't have the processing speed to run the engine, Real Engine 5. You need a gaming computer. John Rosner, I have a 3080, an NVIDIA 3080 graphics card. And okay, it's only an i7 4 gigahertz. It's not an i9, but it's like the second fastest processor. Okay, it's a few generations old, but, and I have like 64 gig of memory and an SSD. I mean, I have the only thing on my computer that isn't relatively state of the art is the processor, and it was one of the fastest processors you can buy like 4 years ago. So I feel like I should be able to I feel like I don't not have a gaming computer, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if this isn't a gaming, it's not like the fastest gaming computer you can possibly buy, but it's not a gaming computer. Okay. Mako FPV asks, my Express LRS module will always bind to one receiver, but the second one with the same flash will not. I mean, I would reflash it. Yeah, I usually get 100 plus FPS on most games. Is using the SpeedyB adapter a good way to power my flight controller to get my GPS sats, or it'll overheat? No, that's a great idea, Elmo Hawk. That's a great idea. I just felt so much pressure. I could feel like I just imagined that all the parents were judging me. Because, the closest I got to sports in high school was I played in the marching band. That's the closest I got to sports. I don't know if you could tell this about me, but I was not an athletic child. I don't know if that's obvious from my personality, but I wasn't star of the football team. I didn't play any sports. I didn't enjoy sports. I didn't enjoy the people who did enjoy sports. I was in band in high school and theater in college. And then I find myself coaching a kid's soccer team, and I don't know. I just felt like I felt really out of my element. I'm really out of my element. I played saxophone, if you want to know. The only saving grace was that it was just a bunch of 6-year-olds, so no one, just make them run around and everything will be fine. Okay. Alto sax. I wanted to play tenor. Tenor sax was the cool sax. All the cool people played tenor sax. All the sexy blues, whatever. And I played alto. I said to my parents, and thank you, Mom and Dad, for getting me a saxophone when I asked for one. I shouldn't disrespect. But I said, I want to play saxophone. And they said, okay. And they bought me a saxophone. And they bought me an alto! Tenor sax is the cool sax. I always felt so inferior. But then I saw Kenny G playing a soprano, and I was like, well, at least my saxophone's bigger than his. That thing's practically a clarinet. Oh, Mike Bergman. Mike Bergman says trumpet was for the real badasses. That sounds just like something a trumpet player would say, Mike Bergman. Oh, the trumpets. Can't have a band without the trumpets. Everybody make way. The trumpets are coming through. Oh, bow down for the trumpets. That's how you know I really was in band and I really didn't play trumpet. Braden Hickman, can somebody please answer me? Okay. Braden Hickman, what's your question? Do you have a video on turtle mode? Can you explain how to use it in flight? Well, you don't use turtle mode in flight, Braden Hickman. That's the first thing. You use it after you crashed. Braden, after you crash and your quad is upside down, activate turtle mode, then arm, then push the sticks to flip the quad over. Hang on. I'm gonna help you. I got an answer for you. I just gotta find it. Where's my... Yeah, here we go. How long does it take Bardwell to find his own video? And another one. Shh. Here's an example of using turtle mode. Hang on. How to use turtle mode. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna put a link here, Braden. Braden Hickman. Here's a link for reference, but the way it works is fly the quad. The other thing I want to demonstrate for you is how to use turtle mode to flip the quad back over when it's crashed and it's upside down. So I've set it upside down there, and what we're going to do is, again, with the quad disarmed, we're going to flip this switch to the all the way towards us position. And that's going to activate turtle mode. To activate turtle mode, and then we're going to flip the arm switch into the arm position. Now it's armed. What we'll see is it'll say armed, but nothing will happen. Now at this point, we need to think about which way we want to push the quadcopter to flip it over. And a lot of times when you've crashed, like two of the props will be down on the ground in the grass and won't be able to spin. And you'll want to do that. We'll see that just the left side motors will begin to spin and flip the quad over. Or I could go that direction. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a push to flip it over. You can actually... All right, so that's how turtle mode works. Now, normally I try not to just be like... I try not to answer questions just by showing you a video, because that's not really in the spirit of the live stream. But actually seeing the quad flip itself over, I kind of thought was essential. So that's how you use turtle mode. Could you put 3D on a switch? Yes, Mike Bergman. So the reason turtle mode is better than 3D mode for many situations is turtle mode, or 3D mode, would activate all four props at once. And since two of the props are likely like in the dirt, that's not good for them. So the idea with turtle mode is it only activates the props that are not in the dirt. Anyway, there you go. If it wasn't the trumpets, it was the drums. Thought they were better than everybody. Thought they were cooler than everybody. Trumpets and the drums. All right. I mean... All right, let's see. Let's get another question. Let's get another question. Dylan J. Dylan J says, oh, hello. There we go. I bought your analog drone kit from 2022, and I've been setting up the flight controller on Betaflight, but when I flash new firmware, it gets stuck on initiating reboot to bootloader. Dylan, there are two possible answers to this. One is that your drivers on your computer are not working correctly. The fix for that is to download a program called Impulse RC Driver Fixer. The Impulse RC Driver Fixer will fix your driver. That is assuming that you're on Windows. If you're on Mac OS, then you don't need the driver fixer. This problem doesn't exist. The other thing you can do is hold down the bootloader button on the flight controller and plug in USB. And the reason I say that is that on some computers, the software reboot to bootloader doesn't work, and so it just gets stuck. And in that case, holding down the button can successfully put it into DFU mode and flash it. So that's where I would go with that. James Brooks asks, I have the Emax Baby Hook R, and as soon as I activate it, the prop starts spinning. Why? Because it's messed up. That absolutely should not happen. That's I don't. As soon as you act, whoa, back up. Do you mean as soon as you arm, or do you mean as soon as you plug in? James, as soon as you arm, or as soon as you plug in? If you mean as soon as you arm, that's normal. That's how racing drones work. This is not a Mavic. It starts the motor spinning as soon as you arm. That's how they work. And the reason is that you never want the motors to stop while you're in flight. So anytime it's armed, it's going to be spinning the motors and flying. If you're used to camera drones where the motors don't spin until you raise the throttle, that's a little different. Yep, that's how they work. What you're expecting to happen is that you arm and then raise the throttle, and when you raise the throttle, that's when the motors start and the quad starts flying. But the problem is that if that were how it worked, then when you lower the throttle to 0 in flight, the quad would just fall out of the air. And with an acro and racing drone, you do that a lot. With a camera drone, you never go to 0 throttle except when you're landing. But with an acro and racing drone, you do that a lot. And so you need them to just keep spinning until you disarm. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I just am really missing playing Raid Shadow Legends, so... Did we determine that image? Captain Bry, I don't know the answer to that. I was going to read that question. I was like, oh, Captain Bry's asked a question. This will be good. And then I realized you're just trolling a meme. Ethan W. asks, do you think that Betaflight will ever be optimized for Apple for Mac OS so it doesn't crash every minute? Nope. Betaflight is written in an environment. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a P, I think. Betaflight is written in an environment. What is it called? Electrum? Is it Electrum? That doesn't start with a P, does it? No, that's a crypto wallet. It's not Python. No. Electron. I was close. DC says Electron. Electron. It doesn't start with a P, does it? So Electron is a cross-platform programming app. Betaflight Configurator is written in Electron. So it is not optimized for any OS. It's not optimized for Mac OS. It's not optimized for Windows. It is a cross-platform development platform. So they just write it in Electron, and then Electron takes care of porting it to Mac OS. Okay? So if you're finding that Betaflight crashes a lot on Mac OS, either there's a problem with Electron or there's a problem with your computer, but the Betaflight devs are not, they're not in charge of the cross-platform porting. They just write it in Electron and then move on. Yeah, there you go. Ruben Baisley, it's your time to shine. Ruben says, hey, I'm 15. I have the TBS Tango 2 controller. Would you recommend to get goggles next? Wait and see what DJI releases. Otherwise, I might get Avatar Dominator HD. Expensive, though. It's the worst time to buy... Actually, the worst time to buy goggles was while we were waiting for the Walk Snail to come out. Now that the Walk Snail has come out, one piece of uncertainty has been removed. We still don't know if the HD Zero goggles are going to be the best goggles anyone has ever seen. The HD Zero goggles are months away. Carl has said by the end of the year. Prototypes sooner, by the end of the year, but HD Zero goggles are months away before you can buy them. So if you don't have goggles today, then probably you shouldn't wait for the HD Zero goggles. DJI V2 is a pretty solid choice. You know what you're getting with the DJI FPV V2. You don't know what the future will hold for it, because DJI is probably going to stop making it once the V3 comes out, right? Well, I mean, isn't that what we would assume? Isn't that how it usually works? Caddx swears they're going to keep making the Air Unit and the Vista. And so if we take Caddx at their word, if you buy the DJI V2 goggles today, there will be a supply of Air Unit and Vista for the foreseeable future. But it's always risky to buy into a system that might be going away, especially because if you buy the DJI V2 today and then the V3 comes out, the price will drop on the V2, and you'll have wished you'd waited. The other problem would be that the V3, and I hear from people who tell me things that the V3 is a couple months away, that the V3 is not imminent. I don't know if that's true. If it drops tomorrow, so be it. But the V3 is supposed to be pretty interesting. And so I couldn't, it's really tough to give you any advice. It's really tough to give you any advice. The Walk Snail system is brand new, still not 100% feature complete, and still has notable performance issues. It still has more stuttering than I would be happy with that if I had paid $600 for it. I just said that, and it's buried in a live stream, and no one will see it except the 400 people who are watching this live stream. And then people will go on the internet and say, nobody's telling the truth about these goggles. Everyone's shilling. And then I'll just tear my remaining hair out because it annoys me so much that the Walk Snail system has performance issues that in the same way that HD Zero's performance leaves something to be desired, but people still love it because of what it is. And they're like, it's good, it's okay, it's going to get better, it's good enough, and I'm really happy that I'm in the HD Zero camp. There are people who are buying the Walk Snail system, the Fat Shark system, and they're like, I'm happy to be here, I like what it is, it's going to improve, and I want to be there with it. But right now, the performance with the jitters and dropped frames and the range, it's not there yet. I wouldn't be happy with it. If it was my only FPV system, it would annoy me a lot. I would be working around those limitations. Like Sean says, oh, you got to put high gain antennas on it, then it's good. It's like, well, why do I have to do that? So Quad Doc, yes, 100%. The Avatar goggles and the Fat Sharks are cross-compatible. What's wrong with the range on the Walk Snail system? Wesley Vardy asks. In my opinion, it gets stuttery at ranges, even though the bit rate is like seems to be fine. The latency jumps all over the place at a range where with DJI or analog or maybe even HD0, you wouldn't be seeing those problems. So I think if you buy Walk Snail / Fat Shark today, you're betting that it's going to be better in the future. The great thing about that system is the goggles are very nice, and it has a future. It has a future. You assume that since it released now, they will keep supporting it for a few years. So, what am I flying in Portland? What do you think I'm flying? Okay, so it's a Rotor Riot shoot, so maybe we'll do some Walk Snail episodes, but I only have one quad with the Walk Snail VTX in it, and it's a 3-inch Cinelite from Rotor Riot, so that's not what I'm going to be flying, clearly. I'll be flying DJI, mostly. Yeah. So... we shall see. We shall see. Today, it's so tough. It's so tough. If DJI V3 comes out, then it will be easier to make a decision. But as long as DJI V3 is on the horizon, it's hard to know whether DJI V2 is the one to get today. With HD0 and Fat Shark Walk Snail, you are betting on the future of the system. HD0 is closer, I think, to a fully finished system, especially because HD0 has tiny whoop video transmitters, lightweight video transmitters. They have a more full-fledged ecosystem. So with HD0, I think you kind of know what you're getting, and what you're getting is unique enough that it can deliver something that nobody else can deliver, even though in other ways, like pure range and penetration and resolution, HD0 doesn't do as well as DJI. In other ways, it does things DJI can't do, and in that respect, they have accomplished something unique. GMI Visuals wants to know, was partnering with Walk Snail instead of HD0 a good move for Fat Shark or not? Yeah, so my read on that is that there were personal conflicts between the way that Carl wanted to run his business and the way that Fat Shark wanted to run the business. And as a result of that, they fell apart. When you have a situation where it's easy to forget that all business comes down to individual people and personalities, especially with small companies like HD0, where Carl is more or less is the company. It's not like there's a board of directors at HD0 who make decisions. And with Fat Shark, Greg, in a lot of ways, is the company. Although I think Fat Shark has a little bit more, more distributed, sort of at the helm. Alan Evans, the vice president, or whatever his title is. So when you have a situation where the two people who run the companies don't see eye to eye, it doesn't matter whether it would have been a good business decision for the companies to stay working together. If the two people who run the companies don't see eye to eye, they cannot work together, and they have to go their separate ways. It's all hypothetical. So was it a good business decision for Fat Shark to leave HD0? I think it was. I think that Fat Shark is going to do better in the long run with this Walk Snail system than they would have with HD0, because I think in the long run, I think that most people are going to prefer the DJI style link. Most people care more about resolution and than they do about latency. And HD0 delivers better latency and smoother, but less range and less resolution. And so I think that Fat Shark will sell more goggles with the walk snail system in it than they would have if they sell the HD0 system. That's my opinion. Wesley Vardy says, yeah, until you consider the entire racing community. I am curious to see how many racers are actually switching to HD0. I know that Evan Turner raced on HD0, said he was switching. I'm pretty sure he's back to analog. I won't try to speak for him as to why. I know some racers who switched to HD0 and then blew up their VTXs too often and were like, sorry, this doesn't work for me. I'm not saying, I don't want to overgeneralize that. The idea that, like, how was IO this year? How many people were racing HD0 at IO this year versus last year? Anybody know? I mean, I think last year we speculated that like 50% of the top 16 would be running HD0, that it was going to take over. I'm not sure it actually panned out that way. So, Wesley Vardy, valid. The timing and interference is no good with the DJI style systems. So that's valid. Is the DJI V3 going to be usable with current hardware? I think not. I would guess no. I mean, I can't say. I don't know for sure. I don't know really. I don't know anything about the V3, but I'd be surprised if it was backwards compatible. Crunked, you don't know what a shaker hose is? Oh, Crunked. You are about to get your mind blown. A shaker hose. Okay, so this little thing here has a ball in the tip that it's a one-way check valve. I need to find a YouTube tutorial. And what you do is, it's a one-way check valve.
Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV. Today I got a little old school guys used to get a...
Oh, Crunked. You're going to get your mind blown. I have one of these, so I know.
She hasn't been able to use it down at Canadian.
All right, so here... Okay, show us how it works, friend. Okay, watch this. There you go. You're spilling all the gas on the ground, sir. Okay. Oh, is that water? That's probably water.
You can actually hear it in there as the ball.
So, see? Isn't that cool as shit?
Back and forth.
Yeah, so it starts to siphon. You just take it and you kind of go shick, 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 and the one-way valve lets it start to siphon, and then once the siphon is going, it just does its thing. It's amazing. A great way to drain gas all over the floor. All over the floor. What's the best FPV system, asks Launch FPV. I mean, we've kind of been talking about that for the last 15 minutes, and I haven't given a straight answer. I don't think there's a single best answer. It's DJI V2. There you go. That's the answer. Done. Bye-bye, everybody. Here's the thing about DJI V2. Here's what I'll say. I can't think of an air unit or a Vista that I've killed. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I've killed antennas. I am pretty confident that I haven't killed a single VTX from DJI. And I'm not saying you can't do it. But I'm saying, like, look. Let's say you're worried that the DJI V2 is going to stop existing. If you buy the goggles today and you buy 10 Vistas, like assume you just have a bunch of money to blow, that could just be all you need for the next 2 or 3 years. And you know what you're getting. And what you're getting is pretty gosh darn solid. No, not even the one that I let the fire out of with the metal tweezers. It was fine. They are so durable. Yeah. And the Vista, it's just a really solid system. So if you like forced me right now to say, stop dithering, just pick one, I'd pick DJI V2. I'd just say, okay, go buy it. I'm not saying no one has ever killed them. I'm just saying they're really durable. They're really durable. I did have to send my goggles back for repair. At one point, the power board in the goggles died. That's the other thing. DJI will repair your freaking goggles. It was like 3 days total. I mailed it to them. Maybe it was 5 days. I mailed it to them. They fixed it. They mailed it back. They charged me $70. It was seamless. People have knocked the bind button off the Vista. You guys need to be gentle with your bind buttons. You guys are being too rough with your bind buttons. Sunshine, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. New 5-inch, never flown. CL Racing LED, like Racewire, motor 4, dead. BL Heli doesn't recognize ESC number 4. Okay, so if BL Heli doesn't recognize the ESC, that is not the motor. That's the flight controller's motor output, the signal wire, or the ESC signal input. But it has nothing to do with the motor itself. Newbie Drone Infinity Stack 45 amp V2 startup beeps, all 4 ESC LEDs blink, then motor 4 goes out. ESC or motor. If BL Heli doesn't recognize ESC number 4, then it's probably, well, it's the Infinity Stack, so it's the ESC and the flight controller are built in. It's the ESC. It's the ESC, is my opinion. That's my take. Have you done any motor remapping, Sunshine? Absolutely, 661 FPV, that's a good question. If you messed up the motor remapping, that would cause that. Good job, 661 FPV, that's a good tip. It's hard to kill a Newbie Drone Infinity Stack. I don't disagree. They better be hard to kill because they're expensive as crap. I'm not saying it's dead, but I'm saying it's not the motor, in my opinion. Because BL Heli not recognizing it has nothing to do with the motor. Riet 9, if the motor remapping was wrong, yes, it will affect BL Heli. It will not let it find the ESC and read it. Yeah. Let's see here. Is there a better solution than direct soldering my antennas to my air unit? Why not use the MMCX connectors? Bugs FPV. Why aren't you using the MMCX connectors? Yes, the MMCX connectors are a better solution. If you disarm by accident while flying, can you rearm if high enough? Yes, you can. Anthony DiStefano. Yes, you definitely can. Can Express LRS be run on S-Bus similar to Crossfire? Asks Drone Pilot 260RC. No, Drone Pilot, but it can do something similar. Express LRS has the option to output inverted Crossfire. And what that lets you do is you connect the signal wire to the S-Bus input on your flight controller. Because it's inverted, Crossfire is not usually inverted, S-Bus is. So by outputting inverted S-Bus, it goes into the S-Bus pad on the flight controller, which uninverts it, and then you set your receiver protocol to Crossfire and it works. So that's better than outputting S-Bus, assuming that your flight controller supports Crossfire. It solves the same problem, but in a better way, because Crossfire is a better protocol than S-Bus. So by outputting inverted Crossfire, you get all the performance advantages of Crossfire, but you could still use the S-Bus pad on your flight controller. You don't get telemetry if you do that, because you only have the TX wire, not the RX. Taylor Thomas asks, how long should I wait for the Express LRS module to start Wi-Fi? I've waited several minutes. The LED never speeds up. Taylor, you need to have a Express LRS 2.0 on the module. If somehow you have an older version of Express LRS, it will never go to Wi-Fi. Is EP1 better than EP2 in Express LRS? The EP1 has an external antenna. The EP2 has a ceramic antenna. That's the only difference. It's just a question of whether you want better reception or whether you want a more compact install. Laws FPV, thank you for a $5 super chat. I had the motor screws come off my motor mid-flight. Now any motor twitches when wired to M2. Assuming M2 is dead, is there a way of fixing it? It depends on what broke. Like, did you damage a FET? If you damaged a FET, in theory, someone could desolder the FET and put a new one on. Most people would just replace the ESC. Swift69 asks, in your opinion, what goggle receiver module is best? Immersion RC Rapid Fire or TBS Fusion? The performance is very, very close between them. They are clearly better than all the other options, in my opinion. Which Express LRS module would you buy right now for a TX16S? Do you have to brand match the receiver and transmitter? So no, you do not have to brand match the receiver and transmitter. Any Express LRS receiver will work with any Express LRS module as long as they are both 2.4 gigahertz or both 900 megahertz. Which one to buy right now? Well, it's funny you ask that, because that's a perfect segue into me plugging my website. This is my website, fpvknowitall.com. fpvknowitall.com is the home of the ultimate FPV shopping list. Because the more times you put the word ultimate into your webpage, the more people will click on it. And believe you, ultimate FPV shopping list. None other compares. Have you seen other FPV shopping lists? They are inferior. This is the ultimate. It's a list of all the products that, not all the products. It's a list of products that I recommend in various categories. Like if we go look at lipo chargers. Right? You can see that. Dang it. Every time I do this, I find a thing that needs to get fixed. There should be a horizontal rule here. Every time I show my website on stream, it feels like I find a little edit that needs to be done. Come on. Okay. Missing HR. This page is batteries. I'll put a smiley. That'll make it seem less passive-aggressive. Like, fucking... Okay. Yeah. Okay, oh, sorry. I was doing a plug. Recommended products in various categories, not just a list of products, but description of why I recommend it. There are good products that aren't on this list, because if we put all the good products, the list would be way too long and it would be confusing. But we've whittled it down. And all of these links, almost all of them, are affiliate links. And that means that if you click these links, watch, you just click the link, you do your shopping and you check out, and I get money. I get a little bit of money every time you do that. Just buy anything. Click the link, go shopping, buy things, I get money. It's an easy way for you to support me. Don't want to join my Patreon? That's fine. Use my affiliate links. I even made, over here on the support me page, I made a list of them. See, look. Just pick one. Go shopping. All right. A little plug there. So that is... Oh, sorry. Right. What your question was... what Express LRS module do you recommend? And if we go to the controllers and receivers section of the website, there we go. Okay, web page taking a minute to... The horizontal rule is not there. Needs to be a horizontal rule here. Okay, we can see if we go to the Express LRS. I would recommend the Happy Model Pro module. That's the one that I would recommend. Or the Axis Flying Thor if you don't mind the size. Mindless FPV. Alternate site for Avatar Power Hack. Fat Shark doesn't work. It does work. Okay, it does work. You guys just don't understand what's happening. And I don't blame you because it's confusing, but Fat Shark has done something dumb with their website. They need to fix it, but there is a workaround. Where's that damn manuals and updates? Okay, look. Pay attention, Mindless FPV and everyone else. Blunty, make this into a clip, please, because I'm having to answer this question a lot, and I'd love to just link people. Look. You go here. Here are the files. Let me zoom in. Here are the files that you need to unlock the channels and unlock 1200 milliwatt mode. So people click on the file and then nothing happens and they think it's broken. What has happened is it has downloaded the file and your browser has opened the file. Well, that's not what you want. What you want to do is you want to right click, save link as. Okay? And now it's going to download the file. Okay? Now, it's still not right because they're god dang, it's the wrong file name, Fat Shark. So Fat Shark, first of all, I'm not a web developer, but I know there's a thing you can do in your website, in your code, so that when people click this link, instead of opening the file, it downloads the file. Fat Shark, tell your web developer to do that. So people don't have to right-click, save link as. Okay? They should just be able to click the link and the file should download. Okay? Now, the other thing you got to do, Fat Shark, is when I do save link as, the file name should be avatar_std.txt. Why would it be named BFB1EB_6996B77one A594CFA F87A316 4B2E117B.txt? Why would that be like that? So I got to rename it avatar_std. So many people are emailing me and they're like, this doesn't work. And it's like, it's because the website is stupidly confusing. That'll work. Number one, make it so the file downloads by default and doesn't open in the browser. And number two, make it have the right god-dang file name when it downloads instead of people having to rename it manually. But if you are trying to get this to work and it's not working, that's why. Okay. Alrighty. Greg Kukanich, thank you for a $5 super chat. Have you flown the Diatone Roma F-35 at all? I have not. Any thoughts on it compared to the Gepard-C Smart 3.5? I have flown the Gepard-C Smart 3.5 and I like it a lot. So I would recommend the Gepard-C Smart 3.5 just because I've flown it and I like it a lot. I think the Roma F-35 has a little bit bigger motors, which some people might like. What motors does it have? What? Can all of the web developers be put in a room? And here's what I want. I want the web developers to be put in a room, and there's a delicious, delicious pizza on the table, or whatever, coffee, Monster energy drinks, whatever they like. And as soon as they reach for it, a pop-up shows up and asks them if they want to subscribe to a mailing list. I'm using your website, Diatone. I don't give a crap about your little roulette wheel. Web developers, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please do better. Okay, sorry. Getting worked up. What motor is on the F-35? Upstairs, my family is like, he's really mad today. He's really mad today. Oh. What motor does it have? 2203.5. Yeah, so the F-35 has a bigger motor. I think the Smart 3.5 has a 1404. So, I mean, the F-35 is not bad. I can't speak for the F-35, but the Smart 3.5 is pretty freaking good. Willpower says, the F-35 runs Emu Flight because they couldn't get a good tune on it in beta flight. They urge you not to touch the PID tune at all. Okay, get the Smart 3.5. It's just, I'm using your website. It's not helping me that you did a stupid pop-up, well, right as I'm about to actually use your website. Okay. Oh, woosah. 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 Snake vs. Barakun asks, has anybody range tested the walk snail? No. Wesley Vardy. Don't believe it until Wesley Vardy tests it. That's my official opinion. I agree, Pine FPV. At least if you're going to do a stupid pop-up, don't obscure the rest of the website and cover the entire gosh darn page. I didn't range test Avatar. No, sir. No, sir. The only way that you can really range test it is to fly it in the air until it fails safes. Alrighty. Gregory Hurst says Rotor Riot did a range test, but there are fat sharks, so it's hardly a trustworthy test. I mean, Gregory, I'm confident. I've been on Rotor Riot shoots. I know how Rotor Riot makes content. I am confident that if Rotor Riot showed the system going 1.8 miles, then that's what it did. If there is any if there are any favors being done for the fact that Fat Shark and Rotor Riot are both owned by Red Cat, it may be the hoops that they had to jump through to make it happen. Perhaps the video didn't highlight and focus on any sort of problems that might have been had. But I don't think... I'm confident that Rotor Riot doesn't just make stuff up or lie. And I only say that because they get accused of that sometimes. They just get accused of making stuff up and lying. And they don't. They don't. I mean, you could say that their video is more of a sales piece than a rigorous test when somebody like Wesley Vardy tests the system and he's got no sort of stake in the game. That's valid. But they have a store. They sell products. Of course their video, you go into the car dealership, you think they're going to tell you that, like, the Civic has better mileage than the whatever? They're not going to tell you the good things about their competitor. They want to sell you a car. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to do your research. When Rotor Riot puts a video up on their channel about the walk snail system, they want to sell you the walk snail system. They're not there to, they're not doing it like Wesley Vardy when he does a range test and he just wants to beat the hell out of them and find out which goes further. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they show the system going 1.8 miles, it went 1.8 miles. It just did. Yeah. They fail-safed Crossfire at 1.1 miles, 661 FPV. I mean, I was there for a Rotor Riot shoot where Crossfire fail-safed at a short range that pissed people off. Right, so here is the criticism that is completely valid. Why did Crossfire fail-safe at short range in that video? I'm talking about the video that I was present for and I helped make years ago. I don't know if you're talking about that same video or not. Fail-safed at 1 mile because we were too close to the ground. We were flying close to the ground because we didn't feel safe flying 400, 500, 800, whatever feet, like you would have to, obviously, for obvious reasons. So we flew out close to the ground, and when you're close to the ground, you get less range, and Crossfire didn't go as far. And we didn't hold that video up as a rigorous range test. You might recall, in addition to testing Spectrum, Crossfire, Radio Link, and FreeSky, we also tested 2 toy quadcopters that we bought. We quote-unquote tested 2 toy quadcopters that we bought at the toy store the day of the shoot. Like a Fisher-Price toy quadcopter. And, oh, how far did it go? So the whole video was kind of done a little tongue-in-cheek, but... we tested it close to the ground and it fail-safed at 1 kilometer or 1 mile. And people were like, Crossfire could go way further than that. And I was like, yeah, not if it's close to the ground. So isn't that, you gotta, because at the time, there were people who would have said, you can't fail-safe Crossfire. And I felt like it was an interesting result. So, anyway. I'm sure we were at 50 hertz. So they show what they show. The result is what it is. And if you look at that result and go, well, clearly I'm going to wait till Wesley Vardy tests it. I agree with you. You watch the Rotor Riot episode and they went 1.8 miles and DJI went whatever it went. And you go, well, that's interesting. I don't think they're making it up, but I also would wait for an independent person to do a more rigorous test. That's fine too. So BNIRC, are you salty? Are you upset that I'm not paying enough attention to you? You guys can't even get an answer from a chat unless you pay money. Think about that. I'm paying attention to you, BNI. Did you have a question? Let's look back and see if BNI has asked a question. Wow, 408 people. Truth is, everyone wants you to buy their stuff. Are you criticizing me? I don't know. Where do I learn how to design my own flight controllers, asks Bugs FPV. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I don't. Like, where would you even get started? I don't know of any open source flight controller designs that you could like get the Eagle files or anything. How far can you get on the stock DJI V2? Asks BW. 13 kilometers. If you're willing for the bit rate's going to be low, but it can go 13 kilometers. Let's see here. I mean, I still think it's an interesting test to fly close to the ground and see what happens. If I can go 1 mile out close to the ground, that's interesting. I like flying close to the ground. I don't like flying high in the sky. I think that result is interesting. James Brooks, thank you for a $10 super chat. No question, just a donation. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. How can you get 13 kilometers on the V2 with a NACO file? Samo FPV, go check out Wesley Vardy's channel. He did a range test on the V2 and he got 13 kilometers. I believe that was at, I don't know if it was at 1200 or 700 milliwatts, but yeah, he got out there. I think he got all the way out there on the Omni antennas too. It's better to do it on like the iFlight Crystal or Apache antenna. How bad is it to repair motor wires with a splice? Skesix asks, Skesix, if you mean the wires, the silicon insulated wires that are going to the ESC, that's no big deal. If you mean the windings inside the wire, that's a no-go. You have to rewind the motor. How far can the V3 go? I don't know because I don't have the V3. I haven't seen the V3. Pacific Northwest pilots, does the 1080p of the V3s look that much better than the V2? I don't know because I've never seen the V3s. People are trying to get me to you can't get me to leak information about the V3s. I don't have them and I haven't seen them. I know somebody who does have them and offered to show them to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pass. I don't want to. Nah, I'll just wait. So. Are the Emacs Transporter 2 usable to get started for a month? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a month. Do what you got to do. They're not great, but they'll get you through. Can you share a link about the V2's range? Wesley Vardy is the guy's name. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you don't know how to spell Wesley Vardy. It is a little bit of a... I may actually have misspelled his name. Where is his DJI range test? Here we go. Here is Wesley's DJI range test. Look at that handsome man. What a great camera he's got, too. He's got... This is fantastic. What's he got going on here? Just really nice. Is this 4K? It is 4K. He shoots in 4K, too. Look at the detail in his hairs. Look at the pores in his skin. So much detail. Really nice looking color grade.
I know this testing was requested by Josh.
I did.
FPV system.
Let's check out his B-roll. Don't get me copy struck, Wesley. B-roll. Once upon a time. Oh. Is that 60 FPS? It is 60 FPS. I thought that looked smooth as fuck. Beautiful. B-roll. Okay. Okay. And where's the results? Results. Here we go. Boom. I don't need to watch all that. Here's the results from his range testing. Stock Omnis, 9.1 kilometer flyable and max range at 50 meg, 13.3 kilometer max range at 25 meg. With iFlight crystals, 13.3 kilometer all the way, baby. And with the triple feed, yeah. So. BNIRC, thanks for $1. Appreciate your super chat, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, guys. Verity says, I replaced my blown MOSFETs on my flight controller. It's working now. Do you think it's safe to fly or just use it for bashing? I couldn't say, man. I couldn't say. Just depends on the quality of your repair, but I couldn't really say how to judge that. Just finished building an analog version of the Skylight, putting the JB Edition Phoenix FPV cam, says it's the Ace of Spades. I'll be interested to hear what you think of the Skylight's Ace of Spades. Appreciate you using that camera. I think it's a good camera. Ciotti FPV has showed up 15 minutes before the end of the stream. 15 minutes before the end of the stream, Aaron Ciotti is here. And he's going to be streaming on his channel in just 15 minutes.
Welcome to Tango 2.
I wonder if we should give another try at this simulator. Let's see here. I wonder if we should give this another try. Oh. Robert Raymond says, why does everyone install capacitors? I've flown 200 packs without one, haven't had any issues. What am I risking by doing that? A blown ESC. That's the gist of it. Pretty much a blown ESC is what you're risking. I mean, trip mode. Let's try another map. Desert Lost Temple. Ooh, a balloon. Hell yeah. Let's try a balloon. Marcel Offx is FPV. Thank you for a $5 super chat. Have you ever done a video about connecting the RunCam hybrid to a UART? Mine won't work for some reason. I don't think so. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I covered the RunCam hybrid, to be honest with you. Make sure your TX and RX are the right way around. And then you got to enable RunCam camera control, I think. Or is it? I think it's RunCam camera control in the ports tab. BW, thank you for a $5 super chat. I mean, I can see the hot air balloons. I don't think I need to... I mean, there they are. Let's just go get them. Let's lower this up tilt for a little bit first. Okay, here we go. Can't do that in real life. Wheeler FPV, the Vista can do 1200 milliwatts. If you can't get it over 25 megabits per second, then that probably means you are not in FPV mode. Or FCC mode. Okay, hang on. Oh, jeez. Gotta... Oh, it's a Maddie, this helicopter, this balloon. Oh, misjudged. Oh, this is so fun. This is so fun. I touched it. Where'd it go? Where's my balloon? Hey, come back, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna trippy spin this balloon from underneath. This is how you practice trippy spins, kids. That's so cool. Can I go through the basket? Can I fly up into the balloon? I want to fly into the balloon. I can do this. I cannot do this. I think there's a... Uh-oh. Can I go into the balloon? I bet there's a texture or something. I'm not sure you can. Okay, here we go. Let me try it. Just go real slow. Oh my god! I'm in the balloon! I'm in the balloon! Oh, I'm in the balloon. Oh no, I'm out of the balloon. That's badass. That's badass. Oh, what's this? What's this? Let's see. Buggy 1 and Buggy 2. Alright. I'm gonna need more up tilt. Oh wait, no, the buggy's not going that fast. Ow, 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 ow! Where's my buggy? Where'd the buggy go? Bye-bye, buggy! It was nice knowing you. Oh, the buggy gets dropped from the sky. That's cute. Bubby! I need you, Bubby. It speeds up and slows down, and it's really messing me up. There we go. This is easier than the car because it's going slower. No, come back, don't leave me. I wish they went in a circle. Does it go? Oh, we going through here? Okay. I need more up tilt. Let's try 45. Where's the buggy? Where's the buggy? Where are you, buggy? Come back. Get out. There you are. Ow. Oh, we got some pyramids and shit. Wow. This environment is badass. Does he crash every time? Get in there, get in there, get in there. Oh, Bug, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's my job to crash, not yours. Oh, hi! I'd like to talk to you about your car's new extended warranty. What are you doing? Is this a bug or is this a feature? Okay. Sir? Sir? I have a feeling this isn't supposed to happen. It was nice that was a nice long drive. Oh, now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting it. Oh, come on, come on. Catch up with him. Oh, man. I need a faster quad. Is there a faster quad? Let's see if there's a faster quad. How do I pick the quad? Options. Drones. Freestyle 5, long range 7, cinematic 5, Cinelifter 8, speed 6. Speed 6. Can I do it? Can I use it? Select. Speed 6, huh? Spanx, long range 7, freestyle 5. Do we have a top speed? Max speed 185 kilometers per hour. 168. 185. 168. 233. There we go. Speed 6. Let's try that again. The game is TRYP, Trip Simulator. Alright, buggy... Was that buggy 1 or buggy 2? I don't remember. It looks very similar. Can I do them both? Oh, I can do them both, can't I? Oh, we got 2 buggies now. Oh, this one's way faster. Wow. Oh. Oh, this quad is way faster. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Chase him from the side. Hello, 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 hello. Just as soon as I touch the throttle, I catch him. That's good, that's nice. I gotta adjust to it. What are you doing? You having a problem? You alright? You alright? Can we get in here? Oh yeah, screw these buggies. Oh, that's 533 rates, I see. Oh, dang. Oh, now I'm getting it. I think these cars are having a little trouble. Alrighty. Where's the other buggy? Oh, man. I gotta rip some pyramids someday. That should be no problem, right? Oh, bonk. Alrighty, folks. Well, I sure have enjoyed your being here with me. Let me just double check that there any super chats came in. JB's bitter tonight. Thank you, Rioni Barrios, for your $2 super chat. And that's going to do it for the stream, folks. That was TRYP, TRYP Simulator on Steam, if you want to check it out. That's going to do it for the stream today. Aaron Ciotti, have a great stream yourself there, friend. I will see you tomorrow for the news. Again, a reminder, no stream next weekend. No Saturday or no Sunday, Monday stream because I'm going to be in Portland with Rotor Riot. Another runner, thank you for a $10 super chat. When's the last time you checked out Emu Flight? I put it on my freestyle quads per Bachgrinder's suggestion. It flies way better than 4.3, and I'm getting significantly more flight time. That's pretty awesome. There are some features that it doesn't support. Because it hasn't been rebased against 4.3. What is missing from it? I can't remember. I shouldn't say that if I can't remember the features, but if it flies great for you, that's amazing. That's really great. That is going to do it, folks. Happy flying, you guys, and I will see you throughout the week. Bye, everybody.